Hi, my name is Danielle, and I'm doing this today because it's a type of video diary from me. I finally have something to say that I thought was important enough to say for the world to hear. I've been around the world for a couple of years, and I've made my mistakes, and I've made my contributions. I've had my experiences, and I have had my joys, and I've had my sorrows. I don't have any regrets because every regret only holds me back. I have my sadnesses, yes, but my experiences are things to grow from. And hopefully, every painful experience I have can be a contribution to the world, to growth. I'm hoping that all the painful things I've gone through can be something that I can give back, can be something I can learn from, and will be something that I can give back to someone else in a positive way. But put all that aside for a minute. The main reason I wanted to say something today was because something happened today, January 10th, 2010, in Washington State, United States, that made me stop and really think. And it was more than I thought the world could pass by. You see, I'm a single disabled mother of 3 children I have custody of. And I have a business license for homeless outreach that I'm working my little tail off to get off the ground. And in the meantime, I'm trying to help out people and still get a roof over our heads, because the day after Thanksgiving here in the United States, the RV that we were living in, and we were living in an RV because my family and I left the area we were living in Spokane, Washington, to try to find a place that was best for us. And so my children were homeschooled, and we kind of took out across the country and kind of traveled until we found a place that was better to settle. And it was closer to family and things like that. And our RV burnt down, and we lost everything. And we weren't in a trailer park, or we weren't in an RV park, and so the Red Cross couldn't help us, and it left us bereft of a home. Well, I'd already planned on helping out people who didn't have a home, and we were already taking in people who were good people, but they were people that didn't have much. They were people that didn't have a roof over their head. But these are not people who were doing heavy dope and doing a bunch of drugs. They were just people who were having a hard time. And in the United States today, I'm sure many of you can identify, and not just the United States, but the whole world can identify with how much of a struggle it is to get by day to day. It's getting harder and harder to make ends meet. And so there's a lot of people suffering. And I've opened my doors many a time. And it's caused us a lot of suffering as a family, my children and I, because it's not a traditional way of doing things. And there's not always space. It's left a lot of people questioning if what I'm doing as a parent is right, because most of the time we can keep things clean. Most of the time um, everything's okay. But there's days where, hey, things get really cluttered. There's a lot of clothes and there's a lot of blankets around or whatever. So today, um, things got a little out of hand because it's a Sunday, and this weekend we're in a hotel right now till the end of the month, Motel 6 in Olympia, Washington, and we were lucky enough to have a home lined up for the 1st of February, and I'm so excited about that. And oh, it's just a great thing. It's so exciting. And we have a friend that was staying here at the hotel with us, the other adult, and that friend and his wife are trying to find housing, and they're approved for housing, but his wife is staying with her mother until he can find a house for them. And then another friend stays with us on occasion, and she and her boyfriend again stay separately. And he comes and goes, but they're not always here. But this weekend it seemed like everybody piled here. Now again, I'm trying to start a homeless outreach. So this weekend a lot of people showed up here. Now I have a hotel that's paid through till the end of the month. And they were here for 2 days. A lot of people. In fact, we had 11 people packed into this room. One, one bathroom. But none of them had a place to stay. None of them lived in a house. And it was raining and wet. And it's January. None of them had a place to go. And so I let them stay here. But I got really scared and really stressed. In fact, I was having panic attacks. And I get medicated for that. And I took medication, and it made me sleep late. But I knew my kids were okay, and they went downtown with one of my roommates, and they were going to have dinner, and everything was all right. And I get a knock at the door. This is what's precipitating this video you're watching. That knock at the door was 3 policemen, thinking that we were selling drugs out of this place because there were so many people, and because there was blankets on the floor and clothing. It was an unfit environment for children, and threatened to take my children away. And because I want to take care of people, and I want to have people help me take care of people, and I want to keep a safe situation, I'm thought of as a bad person, and I'm threatened to have my children taken from me. Traditionally, when things are good in America, it's a chicken in every pot in a one-family household. Well, now there's more divorce, and there's more one-parent households, and the economy is worse. I would love to know from you, America, is it a bad thing to open our doors? Now, I know that this country was based on Christianic values. We're supposed to be Christ-like. Now, whether we're Christian or not, the old saying, do unto others as you want others to do unto you, and reap as you sow, and judge not, lest ye be judged, comes to mind. And be as the little children. I want nothing more than to take care of my children, and I want the best for them. And I would hope that if your children were out in the cold, and your young 20-something children had nowhere to go and they were in the rain, that you would want someone to take them in. And I would hope that you wouldn't think